Nice. Look at that. Nice. Nice. Wow, that's a low price. You know? All right, let me edit the settings, live settings, edit. 343? 344.
344.
Gaming. Other games. Save. Go live. Go live. All right, we should be live on TikTok too. I got my swim trunks and my flippy floppies. So it just started thundering out, and Miller obviously doesn't like thunder, and it's already hot enough as it is indoors.
Dude, when I opened my fucking door to hand you that, I started sweating. My apartment got hot after that. What's up?
Yeah.
What's up, Pete?
Pete, thank you for the resub. Miss you, love you, mean it.
We gotta take Pete golfing again soon.
Dude, let's go. I'm fucking super down, bro.
Dude, we have 6 people.
Down.
There are 6 people going on Saturday.
You might as well just invite Pete and get a 7th and 8th.
It's gonna be tough.
Who's going?
Me, you, Mikey, Bub. That's our 4. And then Tone and Russ are gonna meet us. They have the tea time right after us.
Nice. All right. Well, Pete, use Ken as your 3-wood and
that ball's not going. That ball's not going anywhere. You need to have some fucking weight on the end of the stick.
Oh yeah. No, you absolutely do. You absolutely do. All right, let's fucking go, dude. I'm fucking hyped that this microphone works. Thank God for gain.
I'm just fucking... Dude, you were convinced. Dude, there's gotta be something. My computer's either dead or the microphone's dead.
Well, how the fuck was I supposed to know? All right, how the fuck was I supposed to know? But it sounds better now. Everybody on Twitch and TikTok and fucking YouTube, can you tell me that the microphone sounds good, please? Because I'm just dying for positive reinforcement.
Don't worry, Nora's gonna show up at some point and be like, stinks. Also, put it on Instagram so Nora shows up.
Yeah, very true. All right.
I think it's only supposed to be like up to 80 degrees on Saturday, so
It'll be a nice little morning.
It's gonna be nice. We're going 9:30 early.
Nice.
Before it gets fucking sweltering.
Yep.
But we're still gonna be walking through it's gonna be fucking swampy.
No, I'm not. I mean, we are absolutely not walking.
Well, yeah.
Listen, we are absolutely not walking.
Listen, I'll get into it when we do the weekend recap. I'm not walking anywhere.
All right. That's going. This is going. Boom. Gonna put it on fucking Instagram, TikTok, fucking, put it on Threads. If you're watching us on TikTok right now, hello. Put a little music on it too, so that if somebody can't scroll by it. All right, it's on Instagram, fucking Twitter. Let me go to Discord. All right, well, Q says it sounds good, and Pete says it sounds good, and Q says it sounds fine. Which is it? Those are two different things. Don't fuck me here, guys, all right? All right, Peter Molyneux's new game, Friday the 13th, doing right by its player base before it goes away, and Nicolas Cage and a bunch of other shit. All right. Are you ready? Bonesaw is ready. All right. Okay. On this episode of Not Another Gaming Podcast, we're going to be talking about Peter Molyneux's new game that he is already hyping up despite saying that he wouldn't. We're going to be talking about the Friday the 13th game and the developers doing right by all of its players after or just before it unceremoniously is shut down. And we're also going to be talking about a lot of other happenings in the gaming and esports world. So make sure you strap yourselves in, sit tight, grab yourself a beverage because we're coming in hot. It's episode 344 of the internet's greatest gaming podcast, and we're coming at you right now.
You are now listening to the #1 gaming podcast on these internet streets. And now, Not Another Gaming Podcast with your boys, Papa Dom, Dr. Bob, and Chris E.
Yo, welcome back to Not Another Gaming Podcast. It's your boy Papa Dom. We are back live, direct, and handsome. It is an absolutely sweltering day in our neck of the woods, and we are back making our PCs about as warm as a jet engine inside on this hot, humid, muggy day, and it is about to get sweaty inside as we talk about video games, just like we always do every single week, and I could not do it without my good pal, my co-host, and my fellow non-anime watcher, Dr. Bob. How are you, sir?
That's for damn sure. I don't watch any anime because that shit's for fucking weebs. I'm doing okay. I'm working late again. Guess I get to work even more after the podcast because, 4th of July week, my department decided not to track how many people requested the week off. So us who didn't take any time off are fucked.
Hey, I mean, that is definitely the way that it goes. Yeah, it is a very short week. I had Monday and Tuesday off, and it just resulted in the last 2 days being absolutely inundated with work. Tons of shit to catch up on because America can't decide what days we should have off for America's birthday. I am of the mind that no matter what day 4th of July falls on, the observed holiday should just be Monday, so that we don't have to have fucking... Some people have Monday, Tuesday off. Some people have Monday on and then Tuesday off, so, or whatever, or not at all. Just make it the same for everybody, please. The observed bank holiday is the Monday, the week of 4th of July, or whatever, and everybody would be happier for it. There wouldn't be a single soul upset because you have consistency. You know what to expect from yourself. You know what to expect of others, and you can just get your work done and not have to worry about it. Anyway, happy birthday, America. How was your weekend, Bob? Talk about your 4th of July. How was everything?
Oh, I didn't do anything for the 4th of July. It was fucking... Wasn't it raining out? It was like downpouring.
Yeah, it was absolutely...
I didn't do anything.
It was absolutely torrential downpours for the last 4 or 5 days, and it also just randomly thundered out over here, and then no rain.
I got that down here too. Over the weekend, what did I do? Spent some time with the lady. Went golfing with a couple of fellas on Saturday.
How'd you do? That was your first time in a while?
Yeah, it was my first time all year. So I went with Bub, Tone, and our buddy Ross. Tone lives in the South Shore. Bub was working in the South Shore, so Bub was like, I'm going to book us some tea times down in Marshfield. And I was like, bro, I might as well be fucking booking a charter to Europe. But sure, fuck it. I want to golf. Like, I'll meet you guys down there.
Sure.
And I go, Bub, we got carts, right? And Bub goes, yeah, I'm not fucking walking. What are you, crazy?
Oh, no.
I drive an hour and 45 minutes to Marshfield. So much traffic going south. I had to Waze sent me through all of fucking Braintree for an hour.
And what day was this? What day did this fall on?
Saturday morning.
Oh, okay. So 4th of July weekend, South Shore, Cape Cod traffic is what you were driving through. Okay,
Yep.
cool. That's okay. Just making sure. Gotcha. I'm here. I'm here. Go ahead.
An hour through Braintree fucking back roads. I get there. I'm putting my new shoes on. I got new golf shoes. Putting my new golf shoes on. And Tone turns around the corner. By the way, Tone, fucking moron. He was the one who picked the golf course. Went to the wrong course at first. And then met us there afterwards. But he was there before me.
Yep.
And he goes, bad news. And I go, what? Like, it's packed and we got bumped like a half hour? I don't give a fuck. I'm already here. I'm not going to drive back now in another 2 hours of traffic. And he goes, no, they don't have carts here. And I go, huh?
No.
I go, what was that? He goes,
not that it like rained and it's like cart path only. Not that, you know, the conditions were bad, so there's no carts at all, but they just don't have golf carts.
walk only. Walk only. So I turn around to start walking back to my car to, yes, go drive back home in 2 hours of traffic. And Bub and Ross pull up and they're like, dude, we were supposed to play 18, by the way. They were like, dude, just come play the fucking first 9. Like, after 9, if you don't feel like it, go home after that. And I was like, you know what? Fucking fine. I'll walk 9 and then I'm done. There is no fucking any possibility I'm walking another.
There is no back 9. No, absolutely not.
So we played. I played really poorly the first 5 holes, which I'm fine with. It was my first time back. But then my last 4, oh my God, bogey, double bogey the whole time. And that's my kind of golf. Like, I'm never, if I get 1 par on out of 9 holes, praise the Lord. But I'm a bogey, double bogey guy, hitting the green off of fucking 2-3 swings no matter what, and then 2-3 putting the whole time. But yeah, played awful the first half, played a lot better the second half, and then I got back in my car. My whole body hurt. Like, my knee was swollen. I'm pretty sure I have like something torn in my calf. And then they kept doing the back 9, walking it. And I was like, you guys are fucking crazy. I'm going home and I'm lying in bed with my AC on.
Yeah, no.
I got home, took a nap, and then they texted me and they were like, yeah, you made the right call. This was fucking awful.
Yeah, no, absolutely the fuck not. That was kind of the story of last summer, my first time golfing last summer. It was like rainy morning. One of my buddies hit me up and he was like, yo, you want to grab like a quick 9 holes before work? It's a Friday morning. I don't have a super heavy morning. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? My first call's not till like 10. If we got like an 8 o'clock tee time, 9 holes, cart path, bang, I'll be home right there. And it's the court, it's Sagamore. It's like right near me. 15 minutes back roads, right? I get there. The guy's got he has his own push cart that he bought, that he owns. And he's like, I go, where, you want me to grab the keys for the cart, or you want me to go to the clubhouse or whatever and pay for it? Will they give it to us then? He goes, oh, no, I usually walk in the morning. I always walk. This is like my morning exercise. I go, buddy. What?
Nope.
No. So I had these like mesh Nike golf shoes. I have leather ones now, but I had like these mesh ones, and I was up to my ankles in water. Like, we had gone out the night before. I had to shit my brains out. I ended up almost pooping in the woods. I ended up...
That's why I always bring dude wipes with me.
I have a pack of those already in my golf bag for Saturday.
You don't have to. I got them.
Thank you. Okay. I have the medicated ones, though, so if you want the witch hazel...
Oh, I don't even know what that is, but okay.
Little extra tingle. It's for chronic hemorrhoids.
Bring them. Bring them. Bring an extra bag.
But what was I going to say? Yeah, so I sprinted after the 9th hole. I like just mailed it in. I was on my like third or fourth putt. I'm like, dude, I need to sprint to the clubhouse to shit, but I'm afraid if I run too fast,
you'll shit your pants, yeah.
It'll come out. Yeah, so it was horrible. I mean, long story short, walking is for the birds when it comes to golf. I am willing to accept that golf is not a physically healthy sport, and I go there to like drink beers with the boys and like kind of exercise a little bit and like kind of move my body a little bit. But really, it's about the vibes. And
physically healthy. Physically healthy. Bub smoked a pack of fucking American Spirits, and Tone and Ross ripped through 4 joints each.
Dude,
Nothing healthy about it. Fuck water.
there's no. Fuck that, dude. I don't think I've ever golfed with somebody who didn't either smoke or drink or smoke weed. And don't get me wrong, there might be golf purists that are listening to this podcast that are like, "Wow, guys, you can't enjoy something without whatever." I
No,
can.
I can't.
I just choose not to.
I can't. No. I gotta go buy fucking 5 more of these before Saturday.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. But yeah, as for my weekend, didn't golf. We also didn't really do anything for the 4th because it was horrible weather. Had some family over. Had my brother and my sister over and her kids. Got to see my mom, my in-law, and my sister-in-law. Grilled. Gave the griddle a workout, watered the lawn, did all that good stuff. I mowed the lawn for the first time, and there was a lot of clippings that were left over. And every guide that I've read, it was like, leave some of the clippings because it'll help fertilize the lawn. But it rained so fucking much over the next 4 days that the clippings turned to mush, and now they're like stuck to my lawn and they are like rotting it. So
Nice.
so basically just I gotta rip the whole lawn up again and do it over again now. So that'll be fun. Played a lot of Fallout 76. That's actually the only game that I've had any time to play. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm actually back to like level 18 in it, and there's really no overarching story that I can like discern, but there's a ton of shit to do everywhere you go. Every time you like walk into a new town, like I'm also, the game came out in like 2018. There's been a million updates for it. So every time I enter a new like zone in the game, like the radio goes off, or a robot walks up to you, or like you run into an actual person, because those games have had those updates now. And you get a new quest or like a new storyline or whatever, which is really cool. It's actually really nice. And it feels just like any other Fallout game, which is great. I have yet to play with a friend. I have one friend on Fallout 76, and it's one of our buddies from Bethesda, and he's never on. So, but yeah, I haven't played anything else. I haven't had time to play anything else. I've been reading a lot. I have been, just taking care of the kid, grilling, and playing Fallout 76 when I can. So I'm excited to play a little bit more of that. Because they're starting to add some of the old zones and stuff. Like they added all the music from Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 as well. So like the radio station is really just all like best of all Fallout music now, which is pretty cool. From what I can tell, anyway. But they added like the Pit, which was a Fallout 3 expansion.
Yeah.
And you can like do a little quest chain, and then it's like, oh, you want to take this helicopter to Pittsburgh to go do like a little quest chain in the Pit, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And it was free, which I thought was interesting. I didn't even know that, because I thought it was like a DLC pack, but maybe that's something that's like included with Game Pass. I don't really know, but yeah, that's all. It's been a very grueling last couple of weeks.
Dude, I get to be on early shift tomorrow. It's going to be so cool. It's going to be so cool being on there. I get to, after this podcast, I get to keep working. I might play some Hunt Showdown while I'm working in the background. I can't play TFT for a fucking week because I have plummeted down the ranks in the past 2 days. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I thought I was playing the game pretty well, and now I'm fucking low rolling for shit. It's so bad. I climbed too fast. I think that was the problem. I climbed the ladder too fast, and the game is trying to reset me.
I mean, you clearly you've flown too close to the sun.
Yeah.
Is the problem here. You're Icarus.
I am.
You've flown too close to the sun.
They don't make wings big enough to carry me. No. I beat Lamentum.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What am I? What am I like, Dom?
No, you know what you
like a fucking Boeing 47 or whatever, 447 or whatever the fuck.
No, I was gonna say, like Roy in the Santa Claus 2, where he has like the tiny wings and he's just like a big guy.
No, I don't remember. I haven't watched I haven't watched the fucking Santa Claus movies in 20 years.
He's like a big dude, and then it's just he's not fat. He's just like a large man, and he has like tiny little wings. That's like his big dilemma. But no, go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Beat Lamentum on Tuesday night. The girlfriends stayed over Tuesday night, going into July 4th. Beat Lamentum. Great game, great pixel art survival horror game, very old school Resident Evil type of game. Been playing a bunch of Hunt Showdown. That brand new update just came out. Game is fucking incredible right now. It's in such a good spot. A lot of people are playing it on Steam. The player base jumped from like 12,000 people to like 60,000 once the update dropped. And the Steam summer sale, like people are picking it up for like $12 right now. What else? Oh, and TFT, which has been absolutely fucking brutal.
Yep.
And now I gotta find a new game to play on my Steam Deck. I have 1,000.
I also really want to go back, and I really want to finish God of War 2018 and like get to God of War Ragnarok whenever that comes out on. That's out on PC or no?
No.
Okay, so I have time. That's the timeline I'm working with. I'm like 5 years behind all those games. So by the time I actually finish all the PS4 games on PC, maybe they'll be out on. Because that goes for The Last of Us as well. I got to download The Last of Us whenever it's like fixed, right? Is it still busted?
I don't know. It has to be by now.
But that just goes. That just goes, doubles down on what I was saying. Thank God for Game Pass. And speaking of Game Pass, a game that was on Game Pass is sadly going the way of the dinosaurs, and that is Friday the 13th, which is was a asymmetrical horror game, right? Based off of the Friday the 13th property. But I believe the license is expiring, right? Like they don't have the rights to it anymore.
End of 2024.
End of 2024. So, support is ending for the game. The developers have been nothing but like super, like graceful and, catering to the fan base as they have kind of like gone this route with the game. It actually is kind of like depressing seeing them like go through the motions and slowly phase out support for the game. But the publisher, who's Ilphonic, they also did Ghostbusters: Spirits Unleashed, which I thought was pretty good.
I thought it was fun. That game was actually very fun.
Very fun. There just wasn't like really enough to do. There might be plenty to go back and do now. Also, Rockin' 505, what's up, brother? Good to see you. I just saw you in both chats. I hadn't like scrolled down on YouTube, so I didn't see you in there. But I hope that you're well. Thanks for popping in, my man. But I think maybe I'll go back and re-download Spirits Unleashed because I bet there's more shit to do. Because there was like 2 maps.
Yeah, there was.
Right,
I think
when we were first playing it.
There were like 3 maps, 5 ghosts, and then not too much customization really. Game was still fun though. That was a fun like 4-player game. Getting into that.
Yeah, Ilphonic definitely has a good like recipe when it comes to that stuff, and like mechanically they have a good. They really have a good thing going. So maybe, I really hope that they can develop maybe a standalone game that isn't licensed. That way they can really put their heart and soul into it and not have to be beholden to a commercial license that could get revoked.
Well, there's a couple problems with that. One, the whole design around Friday the 13th was supposed to be an everlasting online game like Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight exists. Right. And it already has that it's supplanted itself as a staying power in the asim horror genre. There is no game that's going to remove Dead by Daylight from the top of that category. Friday the 13th, however, was adjacent to it. It was a massive streaming game too, right off the bat, because it was fucking hilarious. Like streamers would play it in groups, and it was hilarious to play together with people. The problem is like the IP rights to Friday the 13th have been an ongoing issue for 20 fucking years, regardless. Like I can't remember who the guy was that created it, but like the IP, the argument in court was like the IP to Friday the 13th is owned by him, but Jason Voorhees. The IP of Jason Voorhees can't be owned by him because it wasn't in the original movie. Like, it's so fucking convoluted. And the guy is just skirting it through court for fucking decades. So, I don't know. It's a shame to see it die like this, but I'm glad that they're just saying, like, fuck it. We got a year and a half left. We're going to give every player in there max XP. You're going to get every fucking pack. You're going to get all the unlocks. Have fun with the game for the next fucking 16 months.
Yeah.
And
Thanks
then,
for playing. Have a
exactly.
blast. See you later. You know,
And
maybe
then-
we'll see you some other time.
And then on top of that, like I'm trying to read through the article, and then there's just a fucking sponsored picture with 3 Amazon women with very scant clothes on, and it says, "Play this game for 1 minute and see why everyone is ... And I was hovering over the hyperlink, and I thought it was going to say, "See why everyone is coming all of a sudden."
Oh,
but
my
it just
God.
says, "Why is everyone addicted?" And it's just
Yeah,
Raid
it's-
Shadow Legends.
The spam ads are so aggressive to the point where I don't even know. This is why, like, you have to get your news from, like, this is why people get their news from, like, Twitter and Facebook and now Threads and everything else, because there's ads fucking everywhere on everything that you look at. It's like bottom ad, top banner ad, middle ad, and then it like a pop-out video that just starts, and it's like, hey, here's our live show that's going on at the same time.
Don't care.
And it's literally, it's insane. And then people wonder why. And then if somebody does share a news article, like somebody goes, here's this Boston Globe article, scandal on Beacon Hill. See what the mayor said, and then it's like, subscribe for $1 for unlimited access.
suck
You've
my
reached
dick.
up, and I'm like, dude, come on, like, give me a break.
Anyway, great looking ad, Raid Shadow Legends. Almost got me to click on it. Almost got me. But yeah, Friday the 13th is going to die in the next 16 months. It's fine. That game had a relatively decent lifetime. It's fine. Maybe, hopefully they'll make something cool afterwards. But another game that just died, that had no farewell, was Cycle the Frontier, an extraction shooter competitor to Escape from Tarkov. I knew this. Listen, I knew this game was not going to fucking work. There's only so many games that can compete in that genre because it's so fucking hardcore. But their reasoning was they got overwhelmed by cheaters and they couldn't maintain, like, keeping servers
Yeah,
afloat.
them and every other live service game that exists.
I
You
mean,
need to have
Tarkov
like a
has
whole
bad cheater problem.
Yeah, I mean, you play any game, and it's a massive issue. I mean, I don't know. That's just like, that is so fucking whack to me. Like, you got to have like a whole army of people just working on an anti-cheat in 2023 for any live service game, because you know that people are like, if it exists, people will try to like game the system and break it.
Thank you, Jay, for the 44 months.
Hey, thank you, Jay, for the 44 months. Also, thank you, Kristen, for the follow on TikTok. Appreciate
Thank you.
that.
You know what extraction shooter's fucking thriving right now?
What?
Hunt Showdown, baby. That game is
Oh.
fucking killing it. Oh
Hey,
my
is
god,
that game
is
as
so
hard
good.
and miserable as Tarkov, or is it?
No.
Like, if I downloaded it, would I have a good time with it?
It's tough to say because you really can't, like, you got to shoot people, Dom. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to shoot people.
Yeah,
at
but
some
like, is
point.
there aim assist?
There might be. I think, there's
Right.
there's console. There's a console market.
Oh, it's Crytek. This is the.
Yeah.
Whoa. Can my PC run this?
My
Ooh, I
computer
like the-
does get fucking warm when I run it.
Dude, I'm sweating my ass off right now because like a thunder hit 5 minutes ago, and Miller has been panting at my feet for the last 40 minutes, and it's like I'm walking in a dog's mouth right now. I like the art style. It's like is it like a Western type of?
It's set. I don't know the actual timeline, but it's like 1800, like late 1880s, 1890s, shit like that. Instead of having like Tarkov guns where you have like AK-47s and shit,
It's like
you
revolvers.
have you have like Winfield rifles, you have Labels, you have Mosin
Okay.
Nagants. Dude, it is.
All
like,
right. Oh, this is an old game.
I gotta
This is an
check.
old-
I gotta check my
This is-
Steam hours because I probably have like 300 hours in it in the past month.
Is it like free to play, or is it? Do I have to buy it?
I think it's $12 in the Steam summer sale right now, or like
buy it.
$13 in the Steam summer sale.
I'll give it a try.
Kyle played it for a long time. Dude, it is like the perfect Tarkov adjacent game because it is not as grueling as Tarkov. Like, it's not as fucking over your fucking shoulders, like breathing down your neck Tarkov.
Yep.
That is just,
Yeah.
if you die, your teammate can res you up to like 4 times.
Yeah.
If you die, guess what? You get a free character later. You can buy new loadouts and shit. Money is really never a problem.
Yep. I like that.
And the gunplay it's not as like in depth
I'm listening. I'm getting a beer.
Yeah, it's not as in depth as Tarkov, but it is. It's like refined to a very simplistic perfection. That you take all of these old like World War I era guns, and you just put everybody onto a map. There's PvE because you have to like kill mobs, you have to fucking find a boss, and the better part I think Hunt Showdown compared to Tarkov is like the mobs and the bosses. In Tarkov, you're just fighting fucking AI humans that have their AI cranked all the way up that headshots you from across the map. In Hunt, you're fighting like zombies, you're fighting different variants of zombies, you're fighting zombie dogs, you're fighting massive fucking monstrosities and shit. Then you're fighting, there's like 4 bosses, right? I think there's 4 bosses. Scrapbeak, which is like this big monstrous hoarder. The Butcher, which is like another big monstrous guy. A fucking massive spider. An assassin. And now the current event has a massive alligator. Like it.
I like a good vibe in a game, and that sounds like something I'd be into. Also, big shout out to Juju, big shout out to Coleman. The whole fucking gang is in the Twitch chat right now. It is so good. It is so good to see you people around, and we've had 63 total viewers on TikTok, which is pretty good. So thank you everybody who's been tuning in and out. Appreciate that. And also, I just wanted to let you know that I bought a case of beers because of the case, and it's not all the way cold yet, and I don't really know what to think of it. But it is marketed as a Italian style pilsner, and I love a good like Peroni. I don't know if you're a fan of Peroni, but I love a good ice cold draft Peroni.
Yeah, has to be ice cold. Has to be ice cold.
Oh yeah, like I'm talking about like Mr. Freeze just handed it to me.
Yeah, frosted glass.
This is not. I feel like if this was it's a Cold Pizza Pilsner is the name of it by Black Hog Brewing Company.
Nice.
What a name. Cold Pizza Pilsner. It is not ice cold. It's good, not great. I took it out prematurely. I thought they'd be cold by now, but they're not. I will report back, but also I shouldn't have to pay like $20 for a 12-pack of beers. That is fucking barbaric. Nope. So this just is. I'm just gonna buy a Peroni's. Is case in point. Sorry for the sidebar, but that's what you tune into this podcast. But the Hunt Showdown sounds like it's doing really good. What? What
a great title for a side podcast.
What?
The Sidebar.
Sidebar. I thought that was the original pitch name for like Last Call. Sidebar.
I don't remember.
Here's what we're gonna do: is I will blow out the 3-season porch down here, and I'll turn it into like a bar area with like a bar top, and get neon signs and like keg taps.
Mm-hmm.
And then that'll be the fucking.
Okay.
Just saying. I want to do it anyway. Be a great excuse to do it. I'm just saying.
I'm sure your wife will love that.
She agreed to it already.
Oh, you're start fucking planning.
Well, so I sold her on the concept of a pub shed. So like have a big shed that looks like a bar inside. I found a bunch of them on Pinterest. I sent it to her like 2 years ago when we first bought the house, and she was like, "Wow, that's wicked cool. We should do that." Then we had a baby. Less realistic now, but I could definitely still swing that with the 3-season porch. I absolutely could still swing that with the 3-season porch. So, and I brought it up the other night, and she was like, "So."
That's a yes. That's a yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, this is pretty good as I'm sipping it, but I got to put it down because I don't want to warm it up. But I'm reading this PC Gamer article on Hunt Showdown, and it says it got an update that adds its greatest enemy yet, Rain. It looks like a giant alligator and things. This looks pretty cool. I mean, the game doesn't look that graphically demanding, which is great, and it also seems like this game's been out since like 2018, and it's been still like supported since then. So that's pretty cool that it's A, lasted this long, and B, feels like it's more popular than it's ever been. And it's really great to see a game have that sort of kind of like dip and then resurgence, which is also what Baldur's Gate 3 is about to do, because Baldur's Gate 3 is finally going to have a full release, I believe, next month, and is going to have like every class, subclass, feat, spell, ability, anything in 5th edition D&D. They added like everything, so they are really defining what early access should look like, because they've been building this game for like 5 years at this point, and like it seems to have grown like 100 times over, which is awesome. So I can't wait to play it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of TikToks recently of people just highlighting like, this is the biggest RPG releasing this game that you're not talking about, and it's every single one of them has been Baldur's Gate 3, and it's
Baldur's Gate, yeah.
it's because it's been in early access for 5 years, but
Yeah.
they've worked on it so well and so hard for the past 5 years that it is at 1.0 release, it probably is going to be one of the best RPGs to release.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely, I mean it's absolutely getting attention for good reason, for sure. But yeah, that's really great. You know, I'm happy to hear that. You know, the Hunt Showdown is good, and it's always good to have options in every genre, because that's only going to make the other developers that are kind of like leading the pack hopefully, you know, continue innovating and stuff like that. So
Yeah, like
but
look
yeah,
at Warzone.
There's also, speaking of extraction shooters, Dead Drop is going to get another update, another really big update this week. So I think it's Snapshot number 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
And Dr. Disrespect was really hyping it up, saying that like this is like the biggest leap in quality in terms of snapshots. Did you play it at all? Have you played any of it?
I haven't played it yet. I'm more of the mindset that like I want to play the game when it's closer to actual release. Like I appreciate how they're approaching it, and I appreciate how they're doing several like betas that they're just opening to people, and I think that's a good way to get community engagement, 2 community feedback, and 3 show off the progress that you're making each step along the way. But I don't want to get like my first taste of a game that I'm excited for, like only 40% of what it's supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You don't want, and you also don't want like that to sour your experience moving forward. You don't want it to be like, all right, well, yeah, I played it, you know, when it was still in extremely early alpha.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of stunk. It was really janky, and then that'll give you that much less, you know, motivation to actually go and play it when it fully releases. Granted, you and I already own the
opposite.
game.
Or the opposite, honestly. It could be it's a pendulum. It could swing either way. Like either it wanes in the direction that like, maybe I'm not really looking forward to this as much as possible, or it swings in the opposite direction. Like, holy shit, this is actually like going to be awesome. Like,
it's really good.
And I don't know if I want to take that risk. I have other games to play.
Right. Yeah, I feel you. I think it's going to be, I really hope it's going to be good. I actually had somebody approach me in the game, and I got a Discord DM, because I'm in the Midnight Society Discord.
Mm-hmm.
I had somebody approach me in the game, and like using the proximity chat was like, whoa, that's like the founder helmet thing. Like, that's wicked cool. And I'm like, yeah, I like forget that I bought it, fucking a year ago. And then I had somebody Discord DM and offer to buy it off me.
How much?
I didn't even get there. They were like, are you taking offers for this or whatever? Like, and he linked, I don't know if he was like, I'll sell you something, or like trade or whatever. And I'm like, dude, no, I'm just going to hang on to it, because if that ends up being, you never know. It might end up being the best shooter ever made. And then, we retire off of a Dr. Disrespect mask NFT. Who the fuck knows?
I fucking hope so. Give me any reason to quit my job, please.
Give me one more follow on TikTok, and I'll quit my job. I'm just kidding. Don't fire me, please. Speaking of people who should probably quit their jobs, Peter Molyneux has
or people that should just keep their fucking mouth shut. Just stop talking.
He quit his job a while back, and he has returned. He has a new game that is coming out. Peter Molyneux, we've talked about him a bunch. I mean, he is a guy. He's a big personality. That is a really big understatement of the century. Peter Molyneux is probably one of the most.
He's a fantastic teller of tales.
He is definitely a big storyteller. He had kind of risen to like infamy status like in about a decade or two ago with the Fable games and a bunch of other stuff, like about like spitting these like crazy yarns of like what the games would actually be, and then they would never live up to really be, the same thing.
He started the trend.
Like, yeah, he really did. He really did. Q, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Appreciate you.
All right, fine. I'll quit.
And yes, there we go, I guess. Yeah, so he kind of like overpromised and under-delivered for a lot of Lionhead Studios' games, and he also then went on to a developer, I think it was called 22 Cans, and had a bunch of other shit going on. And then there's another one coming out that's like a sim game. Is that already out?
I don't think
Isn't
it's.
it like
I don't think it's already out. It could. It could be.
Isn't it like a university or like a school builder thing, or what the fuck is it? Can't remember the name of the game, but it got announced like a while ago. But yeah, so he commented on the Playground Games Fable title, and I mean, it seems like he has very high expectations for it. He seemed like he really liked the trailer and like was very much into it, which is good, because I feel like that could have easily gone either way, and he could have like been talking out of his ass and being like, they don't know how to capture the true essence of what it means to be Fable. And,
Do you think in Fable, the new Fable, you could plant a seed and it grows into a forest? Do you think they could do that in the new Fable?
Of course not. They couldn't possibly, because in Fable 3, you can plant a bean and have it grow into one of 3 choices at the end of the game.
Did you know, in Fable 3, you would have to purchase condoms before having sex with your significant other, and if you didn't wear said protection, you would have a child. Like I said...
Could you actually buy condoms in Fable 3? Because I don't remember that.
Planting the seed. Yeah, you could. You could get condoms in Fable 3.
I remember being extremely distressed with like Fable 2, I think, because there's a if you like get married in the game, there eventually is like an end game quest where like your spouse gets kidnapped, and it was bugged, and I could never rescue them.
Yeah, but everybody there was always one ending. There was first of all, there were multiple endings, but everybody chose the same ending.
Well, wasn't it? Was it Fable 3, which was there was 3 endings for Fable 3, right? Or was that Fable 2 with the dog? Or was it both?
It might have been Fable 3.
Okay, so there's one ending that was like greed, which was you get all these riches, you get like unlimited money, basically, but like everybody you know and love dies, including your dog in the game, which is like, who the fuck would do that? The middle ending, which was like, I can't remember what the middle one was. It's like your dog is alive, your wife survives, and the kingdom is like still kind of okay. And then there's like a sacrifice one where you actually pick like a loved one that dies or something, and like the kingdom is great, but you're no longer king or something like that. I can't remember. There's 3 of them, and I don't remember what they are, but I remember being like, what the fuck kind of choice is this?
All I remember is picking the dog. I saved the dog.
Same.
That's it.
Let me see. Fable 3 endings. The Weight of the World was the one. I remember there's like 3 paintings, and you have to pick one of them. Unless it was Fable 2. It must have been the second one.
Who cares? You pick the dog. Everybody pick the dog. Who cares about the rest?
Everybody picked the dog. Yeah, exactly. That's literally the only ending. But yeah, I thought it was very interesting the way that game operated.
We wanted to make the choices have weight to them. So we put your wife in a guillotine, and then we took your dog and we fed it chocolate. And you had to decide whether to stop the guillotine or purge the chocolate from your dog's mouth. Thank you, Peter.
It's truly... When I look up Fable 3 ending, the first thing is like a blog, and it's from 2011, and it says, the ending of Fable 3 sucks.
Is this a fucking article we did?
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, it's a very interesting. It's a very interesting concept, and Mass Effect kind of did something similar where they had like the, you know, um, they had like the red, blue, and green ending, the destroy, preserve, and merge
Yeah.
endings, but I will maintain to this day that the entirety of Mass Effect 3 was the ending of that trilogy, not just the final piece. Um, because there's so many quests and loyalty missions and hidden dialogue and stuff like that that wraps up a lot of the side quests and stuff like that you did. Mass Effect 3 is the ending, not the ending of Mass Effect 3, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Agreed.
And as somebody that 100%ed that game back when it came out, I never understood why everybody was so pissed about the ending pre-director's cut, because I was like, oh, I had a satisfying ending to like all these tons of side quests that I've done. But I can see why people would be pissed. It is what it is. But nobody's ever happy on the internet anyway. What else we got? Anything else good?
Peter Molyneux sounds like Winnie the Pooh with a British accent.
Very true. Very true.
Oh, Nicolas Cage is in the PTB playtest beta for Dead by Daylight finally. He voiced every fucking voice line. Looks hilarious, sounds hilarious. Fucking bravo to them, honestly. Like, Dead by Daylight's killing it, obviously. They have been for fucking years. But outside of that, the team that is behind the Silent Hill 2 remake, Bloober Team, just came forward and said they are done making psychological horror games. They are now on to making mass market horror games from here on out. Mm-hmm. So, Bloober Team made Layers of Fear. They made The Medium, which I reviewed a couple years back. I enjoyed that game, but it is very much so a psychological horror walking simulator with a couple of puzzles. Like, there's really not much in the terms of gameplay other than walking around, solving a few puzzles, and taking in the atmosphere of the game that they created. Yep. I enjoyed it. Many people didn't. Or I shouldn't say many people. There was mixed reviews on it. But they are now at the helm of the Silent Hill 2 remake, and it has been, ever since it was announced, everyone was like, dude, they're going to fucking ruin it. It's going to be another fucking walking sim. How are they going to ruin one of the greatest survival horror games of all time?
Yep.
First of all, Silent Hill 2 was, it is not just survival horror. It is the epitome of psychological horror. Silent Hill 2 is all mind fucking. It's just mind fuck the game. That is what the game is psychological horror. Regardless, they're saying they don't want their fucking niche just to be psychological horror. They want to be open to more horror in general. I think that's a good thing. I am hesitantly optimistic about the Silent Hill 2 remake. I think as long as they can implement combat in a meaningful way while maintaining the story, fine. If it's just another walking sim, I think they're doing that game a disservice.
Yeah, I agree. It would be nice to see, I mean, I can understand the like mainstream horror games. I think that's better for the genre personally,
Agreed.
Especially with how good the remakes have been, with how good, it seems like horror games have never been more like at the forefront of people's attention. And they're not really like a niche genre. Not that they were ever like a super niche genre, because horror games have always been there, but they are like seeing a serious renaissance right now. And, it'd be nice to have, that continue, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, all good things. So let's see. Do we have any voicemails? We actually haven't had any voicemails in a couple of weeks. I don't know if we're like scaring people away.
Why do you
or
guys get the fuck on it, huh?
Yeah, no voicemails, dude.
Wow.
That is wild.
L.
That is wild.
L.
Yeah. Fat L. You know what ends with voicemail? L.
L.
Yeah, we need some voicemail. So leave us a voicemail. Give us a call, 617-701-7678, the WGG Internet Dad Sauce line. Leave us a voicemail, and we'll listen to it and react to it live on the show. You want to land the train?
Yeah, let's land the train.
Big shout out to everybody in the chat. It's been awesome to see. Everybody in the Twitch chat, especially Q, Juju, Coleman. Who else was in here? Jay, Rockin', Little Bo Pete, and everybody else. And shout out to everybody on TikTok who's been watching us. That's been really cool to see. And Juju, to answer your question, yes, WGG is on Threads. I went ahead and made us a Threads account. It's just Wicked Good Gaming on Threads. I don't know if it's like
all the characters fit.
Yep.
Superior.
Yep.
app. Gonna have to download it now.
Yep. The only thing that sucks is that you can't like easily switch accounts from like I can't. I have to like log all the way out and then log all the way back in.
I see.
So I've been using my personal one on Threads on my phone, but I'm gonna start like nobody's really posting video shit on there yet, so might be a little black hole there. But yeah, we're on Threads, so follow us on Threads at Wicked Good Gaming on Threads. It's the same exact thing as Instagram. Actually, if you look at our Instagram profile, I believe it's just on there. I think it's a badge on our profile now that we have it. So yeah, it is. So if you go to our Instagram, it's at Wicked Good Gaming. You can just click on the little @ thing, and you can view our Threads profile from there, which is pretty cool. So we'll see you on there. But Bob, what do you
got? Shout out to Mikey, whose birthday we're celebrating on Saturday when we go golfing.
Yeah, happy birthday, Mikey.
I'm pretty sure it was Bub's birthday today. I think Bub's birthday was either today or yesterday. Literally, dude, this entire week has just blended into one another.
Yeah.
I think it was today.
Is today.
Yeah, I think it was
today. Yeah.
Dude,
happy birthday, Bubba.
Today has been fucking 65 hours for me, so I couldn't remember if it was today or tomorrow. Happy birthday, Bub, who is also going to be celebrating with a nice little golf trip on Saturday.
Yep.
Also, Wicked Good Gaming, suck it to Bub, who made me walk 9 holes this past weekend. You're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, if that happens again, Bubba is going to carry me on his back the entire golf trip. So.
He did do the one nice thing and give me the last push cart that they had, and he carried his clubs. But it's either that or he puts me on top of his clubs and pushes me, my clubs, and his clubs around the first 9 holes.
Yep.
I am on the push cart at that point.
Yeah, I have no interest in ever walking when I play golf, so I'm looking forward to not doing that on Saturday.
Listen, to be fair, my legs held up. Like, I've been fucking Pelotoning it up. These quads and these thighs, they're fucking thick. They're starting to turn into tree branches. The problem was my fucking back and the one spot in my calf and my bad knee. But otherwise, and my ankles and my neck. But otherwise, I was okay.
Otherwise, yeah. I mean, your body is clearly in fucking phenomenal shape. But yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat. Big shout out to everybody that has tuned in on TikTok and YouTube and Twitch and everywhere else. Big shout out to everybody who is following and subscribing and reviewing us on Spotify. It's Not Another Gaming Podcast on Spotify. We are also available every single other place that you get your fine podcasts. So make sure that you go drop us a follow there if you haven't already. We would greatly appreciate it. And leave us a 5-star review. It would be awesome to see that. It helps us improve in the rankings, and it's always great to see. So that's really it. It's been episode 344 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. We love you so much. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Fight!